Doesn't it feel like people are out here just striving to be the best and everyone is fighting for that top position and you're just stuck thinking, how can I be that person? How can I be the best? And it's a never-ending rat race. What if I told you you don't have to be the best? You just have to be different. Because the truth is, there's always going to be people more talented than you. There are always going to be people better than you. But I'm telling you, you can succeed in life and in business if you stand out from the pack. If you truly show people how unique you are. And so that is what we're going to dive into in this video. As a business owner, there is this constant pressure to be hustling so hard and doing your absolute best. And I feel like perfectionism is what gets in the way of so many of us. We think that it has to be up to this high tier standard, or it's not good enough to produce, or it's not good enough to add to your business, or whatever it may be. And the reality is, it gets in the way. We miss so many opportunities because we try to make things perfect instead of just trying to make them different. And if something is different, it stands out from the crowd. People don't notice the ones that just stay in the crowd and do the same as everyone else and do the same quality as everyone else. They notice the people who have a different approach, who have a unique style, who have a genuine care. And those are the things that will make you stand out, that will make you unique. I want you to think about yourself. What makes you unique? We are all crazy different, even though it might not always feel that way. And you might not know this about yourself, but you are special. You are a unique individual, and you can lean into that. So learn about yourself. Dig deep. And what is it about you that is going to make your business different? Being unique is key to people remembering you and people desiring what you have. At the end of the day, the best is all subjective anyway, right? There's a reason why in sports there's an ongoing debate on who is the best at any given sport. It is because people have their different opinions. And you're not going to connect with everybody. You can't. There's a reason there's so many debates out in the world and there's so many different ways of thinking and different religions. It is because we're not all always going to be on the same page. So when you lean into your uniqueness, know one thing. You're going to turn a lot of people away. But that's okay, because you're going to turn the right people to you. And not only that, but they're going to remember you. And that is what causes so much success for people. If you look at anyone that you would consider successful, they have probably just found something that is unique that makes them stand out. Ultimately, like if you look at Apple, for instance, their products are not typically the most cutting edge things, right? But there is something about them that feels reliable, that feels stable, that feels so good in your hand that we all end up using their products. Think about that for you in your business. What are the things that are going to make you sustainable, reliable, and a good person to enjoy working with, or a good team to enjoy working with? And what's going to make you fun to work with is your personality. So lean into your quirkiness, to your personality, to those differences. So not only the uniqueness, but also there's so much more to you that makes you connect with people and connect with the right people. So don't be afraid to lean into it. Stop being like everybody else. Simplify your messaging. Know who you're speaking to. At the end of the day, you want to make people feel seen and heard and cared for. And so what is it that you have to say to your ideal clients? What is it that they want to hear from you? How are you going to make them feel all these things and feel assured? Ultimately, what is going to make them feel that you are different, that you are doing things different? The other thing that I am such a huge fan of is, what does your business look like? This is why I own a branding agency. It is so important how people view you. They say within 100 milliseconds. This is crazy. People will decide if they can trust you or not. So think about how people are viewing your business. Do they see you and immediately think that is a trustworthy business and that is something that catches my eye and I will remember? Or do they immediately look at your brand, your logo, whatever it may be, and turn a blind eye and never think about you again? It is crazy how quickly that thought process happens. Now, the beautiful part about it, once they have built that trust, once that initial thing has gone through their brain of, yes, I can trust this person. Yes, I want to try to reach out to this person. The longevity of building trust, it takes time, which means all of your points of contact should be leaning into these things: your uniqueness, your personality, the way you care, what you can do, and your approach. All these things that make you stand out. And if you can high touch, highly care, people are gonna love it. People are gonna notice and they are gonna come flocking to you and they're gonna stick with you, which is the most important part in business. Oftentimes you need repeat clients, or at least you need people who are gonna be referring you out there to make you succeed. Don't be afraid to do what others won't do. Just because another business is not doing something doesn't mean that it shouldn't be tried or it shouldn't be done. Now, I'm not saying don't learn from other people, because there's a chance that they've tried it and it didn't work. Don't be afraid to do something way different, way out of the scope of what people do or what people say to do. It's okay to take risk. It is okay to play around with these concepts and find what makes you unique. It's a lot of times we don't know right away. You're not going to know from this video, and it's not going to be a light bulb that just clicks in your head. It is going to take some time, and that's okay. Just don't be afraid to dig deep, give it thought, give it some trial and error, and you're going to see how much of a difference it makes. I tell you what, it feels so good when the pressure is off from trying to be the best, from trying so hard and striving so hard, and to simply just pivot into leaning into being different. It takes all of the pressure off, and it takes the comparison out of the picture. So you no longer have that comparison that you're dealing with. Because I think we all deal with that. I mean, I could be wrong. Maybe you don't. But I feel like it is just an ongoing thing that I hear over and over again is comparison. It's comparison. The beauty is different is more achievable than being the best. It's an easier thing to do, and it cuts a lot of things out of your life that are not needed and that are just a waste of time, to be honest. So the good news is you don't have to be perfect. You don't have to keep striving to be the best. You don't have to continue comparing yourself to others. You just have to lean in to what makes you different. And the beauty is different is more achievable than the best. There is just the smallest percentage of people who are ever known to be the best at their craft. Don't know the percentage, but it is the most minuscule amount of people. So you're probably not going to reach that anyway. But the reality is you can reach what makes you different. You can dig into that. So I'm going to leave you with that. Dive into what makes you unique, what makes you different. And then what is going to make people feel seen, heard, and cared for within that scope of uniqueness, within that way of being different. And don't forget that people are judging you so quickly. So every single point of contact, every eye that is on you, it matters. So if you're going to be a perfectionist in any area of your business, it is those initial thoughts that people have of you. It is also the amount of time that it takes to continue to build trust. And it is every touch point. They say 11 touch points often is what it takes to build long-lasting trust. Don't focus on being perfect, but find your unique self and lean fully into it. And as you find it, drop a comment below, and I'll see you in the next one.